control flow in a program. See how the control flows in a program, that may be sequential. So in the case of sequential, one after another they get executed. Next thing is selectional. So in the case of selectional, depending on selection, the program control flows that may be getting branched off. Similarly, one more is here, iterative. The other one is going to be here, iterative. Like this, in three different ways, the program, the control in a program can flow. It can be sequential, it can be sequential and selectional, it can be sequential, selectional, iterative, it can be sequential, iterative. Depending on the requirements, we normally make the program control flowing. In the case of sequential, one after another they get executed. Statements, whatever you write, one after another they get executed. But in the case of selectional, we may use if condition or we may use switch case. So with that what happens, the control may be getting branched off. The program control flow may be getting branched off depending on the truth value of the given condition. Okay, so it may be whenever if condition is getting satisfied, the control may flow in one way. If it is not, it may go in the other way. So that is called as branching of control with the selectional. With iterative, what happens? Same set of statements they get executed repeatedly. The code is going to be getting executed repeatedly as long as the given condition is true. So when we talk about selectional, here we can use here if condition, if followed by here a Boolean expression. So what exactly a Boolean expression is? Boolean expression in fact is an expression which can return a true or false value. This can return a true or false value. Boolean expression can return a true or false value. So when this is returning some value, you can execute some piece of code. Otherwise, you may not be executing that piece of code. So if condition can be used in two different ways. One is selection, one is actually the one-way branching, or it can be two-way branching. Whenever the condition is getting satisfied, here this part of code is going to be getting executed. This is one-way branching. Same you can use even this way. We can come to this point and here you can write the else part for this. You can use else, then with else also you can execute some other piece of code. So here you have two branches. When condition is returning a true value, whatever code you write here, that gets executed, and whenever this is not returning true value, this part of code is going to be getting executed. I write here like code block 1, okay, and this is here code block 2. So now what happens here, if the condition is returning a true value, the code block 1 will be executed. Otherwise, code block 2 will be executed. So this way, this can be conditional branching. So using if condition, you can get it. So here the control may be getting branched off depending on the truth value of the given expression. That means if it is returning true value, this code block gets executed, otherwise this code block is going to be getting executed. And this part is called as one-way branching, whereas this one is here a two-way branching. Okay, using if condition, you can even go with the nested kind of thing. If, else if, else if, else if also you can form. Okay, you can go with the if, else if, else if, else if, like that also you can make it. So this is what exactly an if condition. Similarly, we have a switch case, but we discuss about switch case later on. Let us try to write some program using if condition. Now here another program I try to write here. Go with the new, then followed by I here write Java project. Then I try to write here sales. This project name is going to be sales here. Okay, I can make this as a sales project. Then here inside this, I try to make a representative. For representative, we should like to, I have to create here some commission, as well as commission I want to create here. So class is here rep commission is going to be the class. This is what exactly rep commission is the name of the class I want to create here. So this is what exactly representative commission is going to be the class name. Here I want to use on the top import statement. Using import, I can import here java.util. I can go with here java.util.star. This creates for us, this is going to give us a scanner class. With that, you can enter here the representative information. You need to enter representative name and you need to enter here how much sales the representative has made. In order to calculate the commission, you may have something like this. Okay, so first of all, whether representative is eligible to get any commission or not, we need to find out. If the representative is eligible to receive commission, in such cases, we go with the calculation of, say, the commission. Now suppose commission is something like this. Sales, if it is less than 10,000, no commission. Okay, if the sales greater than or equal to 10,000, here what I write, no commission I write. It's here no commission. Okay, if the sales is here greater than or equal to 10,000 and here if it is and less than say 20,000 or say 30,000, it's going to be, commission is going to be here, say some 0.25 commission. Similarly, if the sales is in the range, say some 30,000 to say some here 50,000, in such cases this will be here 0.5. Okay, and the sales if it is above 30,000, 50,000, so if it is above 50,000 and less than 1 lakh, it's going to be here 0.75%. Otherwise, else it should be say 1%. Like this, we need to give the commission on the sales. We need to give like this. So whenever, if it is less than 10,000, no commission is given there. But whenever the sales, if it is in the range from 10,000 to 30,000, 0.25. If it is 30 to 50,000, it's going to be 0.5%. 50 to 1 lakh is 0.75. 1 lakh or above 1 lakh, it should be 1.0%. So like this, we need to calculate here the sales. We need to calculate here now sales. So let us write here a program for that particular purpose. First of all, we require a salesperson. Salesperson information is required for us here. So for that purpose, okay, I write like this. First of all, string I write like here, string, then str name. I can write this way, str name equal to empty it is. Now here write float sales equal to here 0.0f. Like this it is made. Sales is exactly what? 0.0f. Now here further we have taken name and sales we have taken 0.0f, that is. Now next thing is here we need to calculate, we need to find out the name as well as we need to find out the sales amount. So we need to enter name, we need to enter even sales. Therefore use the scanner object. Scanner, then object scan, this equal to here new scanner, and here what I give system.in I can give here. So from keyboard I can be reading data. System.in this is, I created a scanner object, object scan equal to new scanner, system.in. Now here let me input data for the name. Okay, so here this may throw exception, therefore we should do with the exception handling. So for handling exceptions we must use here try catch block. Try we put here, then similarly we put here catch block followed by exception ex. So what is exactly the exception here? Exception is nothing but runtime error. You may get sometimes runtime errors. Instead of typing numbers you may type alphabet. It's nothing but error. You need to handle such problems, because when we type at keyboard, instead of typing a digit, accidentally we may press keyboard key. So it's nothing but an exception. Wantedly you may not do it, unwantedly sometimes it may happen. So we must be ready with that. So when you handle exceptions, program will not crash. If you don't handle exceptions, program may crash. That may be getting crashed, program may get crashed, program may crash. So in order to program working without getting crashed, we need to provide the try catch blocks. Wherever there is a possibility of throwing exception, that must be handled with the help of the try catch block. Now here you are trying to input data. If you don't enter proper data for the flow data, what will happen? It's definitely going to crash. Therefore, we handle now with the help of the try catch block. In the try catch block, let us write, this is system dot, then write here out dot println. Here what we do, we try to print the exception, ex dot toString we take. So it's going to be printing here if you have any exception in this. Okay, now come to this point here. Scanner object scan equal to new scanner. We need to read first of all name. Right here system dot, then out dot println. Okay, what we write here? Enter name. We need to enter here the person name. So whatever is entered we need to read into str name. Therefore write str name equal to here object scan, then dot, sorry it's jumping. So object scan, then dot, here we need to read next line. So we write here next line. So when we use next line, what happens? A multi-worded string can be read. Even you can do with the next, but what happens? Only one word you can read in such cases. But when you do with the next line, you can have multi-worded sentence. You can have multiple words in that. If you use only next, only one word you can read. But when you go with the next line, you can read actually multi-worded string. Okay, so here what happens? Object scan dot next line, we are trying to read here a name which may contain more than one word. We assume that a name contains more than one word. Therefore, we try to read with the help of the next line. If you are sure that it contains only one word, then in such cases you can use only next method. Now here next thing, see, we need to read here sales amount. So therefore here write, once again write here system dot, then out dot println. Always we should actually give certain, from time to time we should show the user what the user has to do. Here write system dot out dot println. What we write here? Please enter amount. Please enter sales amount. We write like this. So this way we are going to give a prompt here. We give a prompt. Without these prompts also it can still read, but you cannot get any information. Even if this is absent, you can still enter name. Even when this system.out.println please enter sales amount, even if it's not there, even still you can enter, because it's meant for reading, but this is for user what to do next. So we are giving an indication to user what has to be done next. So for that purpose we use here system.out.println. Now here let us try to read it. Now sales equal to what we should write? Object scan, here object scan, then dot, this is going to be next, we put here, followed by float data, we need to read here. We have to read float data from this, therefore somewhere here you have the next float. You have here float data, this can be read. We are reading float type of data from keyboard. Okay, when we write like this, what it says? This is actually not has, but we need to use here next float. Now with that, error disappears. And one more point to remember, whenever you work with Eclipse, Eclipse is going to be automatically compiling your code. It compiles your code automatically. As soon as you finish typing something, it's going to be compiling. So we need not separately compile by the time you finish your code. So automatic compilation is taking place with the Eclipse here in this. Sales equal to, we have written object scan.next float. It converts whatever you input into now floating point data. Now based on this, now we need to calculate here. So first of all, write this way. If condition we use. So in the if condition, we need to write here, if sales less than how much, what was the criteria we have taken? We took it as say some 10,000. So here, therefore what you do, you declare one more variable. Okay, we declare here another variable called as boolean. Okay, is eligible. Is eligible equal to, by default we assume it false. We are going to assume this as false. Okay, now here what I do, I write this way. If condition, I write here. If what exactly I should write here, I am going to write this way. If here I need to take here sales greater than or equal to 10,000. In such cases only I can make is eligible equal to true, otherwise it's going to be false. Sorry, it must be true here. So this is what one-way branching. If condition is met, we are going to do this. We don't require here else, because already we have initialized with false. So by default what, this person is not eligible. So if it is less than 10,000, we need not again initialize, already that is initialized to false. But whenever this condition is met, we need to change in such cases. So what we made there, we made it true. Fine. Now next thing is what? Depending on this truthness, further we need to write. Again I take here one-way branching. So here I write like this. If is eligible equal to true, if is eligible equal to true, in such cases, I try to write here some code this way. I need to calculate here now sales, the commission I need to calculate. But I don't have any variable for commission. Therefore here, let me make one more column for commission. This equal to 0.0f I put here. Like this. So if eligible equal to true, in such case only I should calculate commission. Otherwise, what is the necessity? So therefore, up to this is exactly what? It is one-way branching here. From this point to this point, so from this point to this point here, it is sequential flow. Now here I am branching of control. So if sales greater than or equal to 10,000, we come to this spot. Otherwise, this spot will be skipped and you come to this point. Now if it is eligible, in such case we need to calculate. Therefore, try to write here the code. What code we write here? We use here if condition again. What I write here? Sales, if it is greater than or equal to, how much I write here? 10,000, or else I can write here, if sales less than, I can put it as, what was the range I have taken in that? 30,000 I think I have taken there. It is 30,000. I put like this, if sales less than 30,000, so in such cases I need to calculate commission. So how I calculate now? Commission equal to, how much it is? Sales multiplied with what I should multiply here? 0.25. I need to calculate sales like that, and I must use here F. Therefore, it will not give any error now. Now suppose it's more than 30,000. In such cases, I can do else if condition. Here I write sales if it is less than say some 50,000. So in such cases, how much we are going to be charging? It is going to be 0.5. So if it is less than 50,000, not 5,000, less than 50,000. So in such cases, it is going to be here 0.5. We make it as 0.5 here. In the same way, once again I go with else if. Here sales, again if it is less than 75,000, how much we make here? If it is less than 75,000, we go with this. Now commission equal to 0.75 we use. This is what exactly? 0.75 we use. Otherwise we go with the else part. Else I write here commission equal to 0.1 F, like this I write. So like this I can actually calculate. If it's 1 lakh or above 1 lakh, it's how much? 1.0. So this is wrong in fact. I need to use here 0.25, then this must be 0.05, then this is going to be here 0.75, 0.075, and this is going to be here 1. Like this it is going to be working. Okay, 0.25%, 0.5%, 0.75%, 0.1, like this I can write it. Now it's going to be calculating for us the sales. Sales commission, it's going to calculate. Now after this we can print. Even here also one way branching, but internally what is happening? Another if condition we have taken, we go with here. If condition is when returning false, you go to else part. Again you have another if condition. If this is returning false, you come to this. But at the end we have only else, because we are going to be ending branching of control at this part. So like this here, conditionally we are branching the control. Now come to this point and try to print. Here write system dot out dot println. We print here the name. Is going to be name followed by here plus str name we write. It's the name of the representative. Then other thing is here system dot out dot println. We put this as here sales. How much sales it is, we calculate. This is exactly the variable is here sales only. The next thing is here commission we need to take. We write this as here commission. Okay, I use this as here commission. Then this is going to be again here commission only, variable also, it's going to be commission. Like this I make it. Okay, I think spelling is wrong here. MM is required, so I did not put, it's giving error. But after name, always see after this name I want to use a tab space. Always. So formatting is going to be exactly in such cases. Even after this also I put a tab space. So like this I would like to go with tab spaces here. Now when it's printed, how it looks, see. So this is the program. With the help of this I am trying to calculate salesman commission. Then here I use if condition, similarly if else if also. Now let me run this here. Enter name. I enter some name as Mahesh. Now sales amount I need to enter here. I enter 9,999. Now what happens here? The name is Mahesh, sales is 9,999, commission is going to be 0.0, like this I get it. Commission, how much I am getting here? Something like 0.0, because the person is not eligible for commission. So twice we need to put here /t, therefore formatting is going to be looking better for us. The format looks better if you put actually /t here. Now once again let us run. Now try to run here, enter name. Again we entered Mahesh. Okay, now we enter here sales amount. Try to enter some 56,000 here. Now what it says, the name is Mahesh and how much it is, 56,000. Commission is going to be 4,200 on that. The commission earned is here 4,200. So like this, it is actually calculating for us the commission based on the condition. 56,000 when you multiply with 0.5, how much we get? It's 0.75 I think, sorry, 0.75. So when we multiply 56,000 with 0.75, probably you get same thing there. It's for 4,200 we are getting in this. So like this here, the if else is working for us. When you multiply 0.75, you are going to get that. Okay, so it's giving you the commission earned by person. So out of 56,000, here it's giving you the commission as 0.075. So we get totally 4,200 as the commission in this. Using if else if, we have done it. Using if else if, we are actually calculating it and we are trying to show this. So like this, it is created here. Okay, we created this way here the commission. We have created commission in this manner here. Okay, so this is exactly an application in which we are using if condition. Using if condition, we have done it. Okay, now similarly, using if condition, one more program, let us try to write. So in that, simple, in that we enter here some number, we enter a person name, we enter some age. When we enter age, this you do please. Instead of I do, you can do this yourself. So you enter some name, then enter some age. So when age is above or equal to 18, in such cases you need to print as the person is eligible to exercise voting right. Otherwise, person cannot exercise voting right. Like that, try to print. So this is an example for if else, if condition, if as well as if else. If else if also we have implemented here. This way you can use an if condition. So using if condition, we are finding out here ultimately the commission. Commission could be calculated this way with the help of the if here.